So, continuing on with our discussion.
That's a great segue there, Alex. I appreciate that. So yeah, I guess we're welcome back everybody to .hack, and we're gonna go ahead and get into my next anime update, which is Mobile Suit Gundam Build Fighters Try. Try and say that 3 times fast.
Gundam Build Fighters Try.
No. All of it. Mobile Suit Gundam Build Fighters Try.
Mobile Suit Gundam. Okay, yeah.
Gundam, I love you dearly, but that's a little long. There's a reason why in the US it was just Gundam Wing. Gundam Double O. Gundam Double O. So, I've been watching Build Fighters Try, and I think the last update that I gave was I have gone through, like, all the way up to the national finals. Basically, they've done every prefecture of Japan, and now you have representatives from all of them. Mm-hmm. And now they're going to pick the team that will go to nationals, I think. So, the international competition. And they had just barely gotten done with the first round. And it was awesome. And the second round, it gets even better. Because... excuse me. So, we go into an episode where the Tri-Fighters, the team fighter, has actually been confronted by their next adversary, and it just so happens that one of its fighters actually knows their newbie, who's the guy who's piloting. He's the mystery guy, the Reiji of the season, who's all into martial arts.
Okay.
Well, so we now come across a guy who actually was kicked out of his martial arts school because he wanted a forever pursuit of strength. He always wanted to get better, and that kind of goes against the philosophy. So, what the problem also is that Sekai, the kid I'm talking about, he looked up to this guy.
Yeah.
He did not know that he had been kicked out of the school. He had left since then. So at that point, they actually have to have now a confrontation because it's their teams going against each other. And it's a really beautiful fight and really a great homage to G Gundam in the fact that where Sekai likes to always fight and understand people through their fists.
Right.
Now he has to do it to a person he looks up to who is far darker than he ever thought he was. And so it's a really impactful fight. Like, it's funny because I think even the writers kind of looked at that episode and went, yeah, nobody cares about the other two right now. So really early on in the fight, the other two take care of each other. You know, the other two are destroyed, and then Yuma and Fumina are watching this fight, and so most of it is that.
Okay.
And it's a great fight. We actually get to see kind of the next level of power unlocked from Sekai, and he goes out and wins the victory. The next part was actually for their adversary team, and was also very beautiful. So they went up against a team that, for some reason, mysteriously brought in the European Gunpla champion. And it was like, why did they do that?
Oh.
And it's mainly because he's a one-man wrecking crew.
Yeah.
So much so that he really just doesn't need a team, but he has to have one in Japan. So he actually will pick the misfits of their group to support him.
Okay.
So, and they've been winning so far. Mainly because they've been using a very secret strategy of hiding in the bushes and being basically recharge stations for this gun.
Okay.
And so you get to see this really cool fight with these 3 adversaries to our team. Try to figure this out and then take care of the other 2 so that he can't charge anymore. And then they let the lead of that have it out with him. And again, epic struggle, looks really awesome. Shows you the capabilities of this adversary for Sekai, and really is well done to kind of paint the final battle kind of thing. So I'm really enjoying Build Fighters Try, especially as a Gundam fan, just because of all the various Gundams that I'm seeing that I don't recognize but have enough history to them. Which I kind of want to get into my next point here. So I talked to Alex a lot about like anime goals that I want to set on LPs like this.
Yeah.
And kind of moving them into overall. Well, it just so happens that I had a discussion with somebody who, after seeing me kind of give advice on Gundam series for people to watch, he's like, well, how can you claim to be like a really big Gundam fan? You haven't seen everything. Now, granted, some things have never been brought here, and everybody kind of knows my stance on subtitles. I don't like doing them. I want to see the animation. But the guy had a point. There are series I've never watched. I can't associate with people who love the original series because I can't finish the original series. I can finish Seed, but I can't do that. So, I think it's official. I have a goal now. I am going to watch every single Gundam series.
Oh my god.
Well, at least the major incarnations.
Okay.
Movies, I'm going to be kind of picky with, just because sometimes they are just a glorified clip show. And I'm not watching a glorified clip show.
That's why.
So I won't watch those.
Yeah.
But movies that continue the story, like say, and here's the thing, I'm also including the ones I've already seen, just to compare them. So, like a movie like Endless Waltz, I'll see that again.
Okay.
Because it is a continuation of the Gundam Wing story. But if it is a glorified clip show, skipping it. Second rule that I'm also setting, if there is a dub, I am watching the dub. Not to say I hate the Japanese people and their voices and all that, I don't. But it is my preference, I like to look at the animation. So that's second rule. Third rule. I'm going to try as much as I can to watch these in order. But in order that they came out, not in story order. So to the people who are going to be screaming at me and saying, no, you need to see the entire arc of the original series. There are years between them. And I want to see each incarnation and watch the series evolve. So I will watch the installments of them. And to the people who have actually been asking me about this, I will end with the recent, because, you know, we had Build Fighters and Build Fighters Try come out, right?
Yeah.
There's been another installment of the Gundam series that has come out recently. Recognista and G. I will finish with that one. This is a lot to take on. But I'm actually kind of excited.
Alright.
Because I am a mecha anime fan. Alex knows this. I am all about the mecha.
Yes. Yes, you are.
And then who knows? Maybe I'll actually even expand my horizons a little bit and go into series that I haven't finished, like Pat Layton. Watch that subbed because the dub was horrible. I never thought I'd hear so many robotic voices in an anime. So with that said, we got one more anime update to do, and this is the one that Alex wants to know about.
Yeah.
Let's get to some freaking Vitamin K on. I am not as far as Alex would like me to be. I'm about 4 or 5 episodes in. So the part that I'm at is they've just barely gotten Yui's guitar.
Okay.
And midterms are happening.
Okay.
And of course, Yui has no idea. It swings on by. So she's like trying to learn the guitar, but she's supposed to be studying for midterms.
Yes.
That's the episode that I left out on. So my overall thoughts on K-On! So far.
Here it comes. He's gonna shred into it.
Well, by shred into it, I will say this, it's not really my thing. Not saying it's bad. I like the fact that it looks like the Digimon movie as far as animation is concerned. And there are some moments where it actually does make me laugh. But this is kind of my problem with Slice of Life. It's that sometimes it hits me and sometimes it doesn't. And where I think it still looks good and I think the dialogue's okay, I'm just not feeling it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'm not feeling the emotion. I'm not feeling invested in the characters. I would say the only character that I'm probably a little bit more feeling is the shy one, the wallflower.
Oh, Mio.
The one that, like, whenever some kind of activity happens, a mushroom cloud comes off of her head.
Yeah.
And her brain short circuits. So, I can relate to her a little bit, but Yui comes off to me as annoying because she is ADD to the nth degree, and even I'm not that bad. Sometimes.
Sometimes being the operative word there. You are just like Yui as far as I'm concerned. Don't me.
That's my second point. The drummer, I'm not remember her name. Ritsu.
Yeah.
Ritsu. It's like fruits basket. So, Ritsu. I both like her and am extremely annoyed by her. And it's just because she is way too hyper at points, she doesn't get the point right away, and she likes making things into a competition! Which drives me nuts! Where I might have been that way when I was a teen, I am not that way now. And so I'm like, I'm literally looking at what is presumably like a 12 to 14-year-old girl at the screen and just saying, grow up! Which I know doesn't happen. So, that's kind of my issue with her. I get what the character archetype she's supposed to fill, but it's like nails on a chalkboard sometimes with me. And then Mugi is very cutesy. I don't have a problem with Mugi. She's very cutesy. She's very moe. She's kawaii desune and all that. Which I don't have a problem with. It doesn't really feel like there's a whole lot of character to here just yet. Because she's just the girl who makes the cookies. And she's also the girl who apparently her dad owns a lot of stuff.
Cutscene time.
So recklessly. That one's powerful. You can't defeat it at your present level. Are you all right?
I'm sorry. I was out of line and I attacked carelessly. I'm completely useless. I mess things up every single time without fail. Even in a game, I cause trouble for other people. I can't apologize enough. Please, forgive me.
If that's truly how you feel, then all you have to do is change. I'm sure you can do it. Everybody, including me, likes you a lot.
Thank you so very much.
Oh, how cute. I got to be the knight in shining armor for little Terajima Ryoko.
Shut up. I would like to hand over the merit badge of Samus Aran level badassery to Kite for the whole stabbing and we didn't even see him.
Yes.
I'm just saying that right now. As far as Terajima is concerned, maybe this is just my personal character, but I would so slap her and just say, get over it!
In other words, you'd slap a girl.
Yes.
Stay
well,
classy.
it's like the anime one where you're slapping somebody into their senses. Kind of thing. It's like, game over, man! Game over! Get a hold of yourself, man! That's what I would do to Terajima. And I'd probably give her some heartfelt words like I did, but I just wanted to give the merit badge of badassery to Kite for that
Yes,
moment.
that's awesome. That's why Kite rocks the world.
Well, he rocks hard.
We
Alright,
dramatically exit as the statue falls. I love doing that.
Uh-huh.
Using my sprite right as the statue falls.
For all you know, it's falling on the world, and that's how you broke it. I mean, those things have got to be huge, right?
Probably so. We go back to town.
We go back to town, and probably get rid of Terajima and let her go play on her own.
Mm-hmm.
Go be an A24 somewhere else.
Speaking of A20, you can actually occasionally find her wandering around the town.
You were saying that, yeah.
Yeah, usually in Makanu, I think.
I still have issues with that character.
You have issues with every character.
I do. Except for Stephen Bloom. It's hard to have an issue with Stephen Bloom. Oh, by the way, so speaking of Stephen Bloom, somebody was actually very forcefully pointing out to me that I actually forgot a role that he has played in Blizzard games.
Oh, yeah?
So I think it was maybe in our previous recording, I was actually talking about how he's got a pretty stable contract with Blizzard now because he's done some characters in one series of games, and he actually came back for kind of the merger game, and I thought that was the only role he played. But this person, I can't remember their name off the top of my head, did remind me that he actually is in 2 Blizzard games, because he plays one of the villains in Diablo 3.
Yeah.
He plays the Madman, the Mad Wizard Zoltan Kuhl.
Oh.
And that is very Stephen Bloom voice.
Of course.
So.
Alright.
And then the other question that I know a couple of people had, did I ever get the soundbite to Alex of the boss I was talking about, the Time for Fun? Turns out I actually don't have those files anymore.
Oh.
I moved them over somewhere.
I'm trying to find out why I'm standing around.
I have no idea why you're standing around.
Why did you cut this?
Magic cut.
What the hell? What did I do?
I don't know. I think you and me were like in a conversation or something.
Well, usually I'm still moving about, going around saving.
Let's skip forward a little bit. Let's see. No, I don't want to do that. I want to have this thing accurate.
Good grief. So I don't know why I stood around for like 10 minutes doing nothing.
I apparently super distracted you with something.
I must be. So yeah, we just removed Terajima Ryoko from our party. She can go do something else. We're gonna
But Stephen Bloom can forever stay in our party.
Yes. There is the trade-off to losing sweet, adorable Mistral. We get Stephen Bloom.
Exactly. And his sultry voice. And now we're gonna be. Who are we gonna be subbing her Terajima for? I want to say it's probably gonna be I think this is the point where we did Gardenia, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Gardenia.
And that may have also been because I think we're holding on this one because we wanted to know what Terajima's level was.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to see how bad she was.
Yeah, that's kind of a grinding.
We were not shown promise. Alright, yeah, so we're going to bring in Gardenia and take care of her dungeon. You know, her obligatory dungeon. She has to appear in this game at least once.
Yes. I'm a lot like Gardenia. I'm a strong, silent type. People ask me all the time. There you go. And I'll be like,
What?
People ask me, what? And I'll be like, I have nothing to say. And stupidly me, I almost give her the golden grunty.
Yes, we almost had this moment, and it's like, no, there we go. Smart, Alex.
Yeah. For some reason, I blanked out that I was talking to her and thought I was in my own menu.
Yes, and so, So I was actually going to ask. So you think you're more like Gardenia? Do you have a fan club of girls I don't know about?
God, I wish.
That's what I thought. Prince Yuki, you are not.
No, I'm not Prince Yuki. Even though Yuki was my nickname, in high school. One of my very close friends.
Ah, gotcha. Is that because you had a bunch of girls following you around?
Again, I wish.
A marvelous item. I accept your sincerity
gave her a nice
along
new
with this gift.
Which is a nice snowflake spear.
What?
What?
Fine, I'm not gonna give you any gear then. Jeez. Dang it, Gardenia. telling you, it's not that I have a problem with these characters. It's that they have problems with us.
But, yeah, the Gardenia's just very stoic and to the point.
Okay, I believe this is the... Oh,
yep,
I thought it was the ebb and flow, but I was apparently wrong. So it's time for us to go and do Gardenia's dungeon. And this is our obligatory time to remember, or to not remember, but to learn something about Gardenia.
Oh, you know what I bet that part was when we were standing around for like 10 minutes? I bet that was the part I had to really go use the bathroom badly.
Oh, that's right, yeah, because we had this... Yeah, because all of a sudden, bam, he...
Because I've been holding it.
Oh, and what's really sad, too, is, like, I actually had my own, like, Game Grumps moment where I try... You know the part I'm talking about in Sonic 06? Mm-hmm. Where Ego Raptor just starts singing, oh, by the way, grunty music! So I tried to have, like, that off-mic moment, and it did not go well. And I'm not saying that I was singing about penises or anything like that, but, you know, I was trying to do something stupid.
Ride 'em, cowboy.
Yeah, we're not the Game Grumps, guys. You're not gonna have endless amounts of penis jokes from us. I'm sorry.
Penis.
Maybe in a Phantasy Star Let's Play, because Heenass sounds like penis.
Yeah. Also sound...
If you knew you were going to die tomorrow, what would you want to do?
It's not like I haven't thought about it before, but I won't know until the time comes. What's wrong? Why are you asking something like that?
Nothing. I just wanted to ask. But you are right. I would want to lie in a field with flowers and quietly wait for that time to come. And I will return to Mother Earth and nurture the flowers. No. Don't mind me.
Well, that was oddly ominous.
For now.
Yeah, and actually kind of misleading for later, but...
Don't spoil.
I'm not gonna spoil it. But I still remember, like, my first reaction to that. Like, I think I even said on camera, she's got cancer. Something like that.
Yeah, we're still in post-commentary mode.
Yes, we very much are. So... we will probably refer to when we actually recorded this, just to kind of keep these close. Oh, and was this the point where you actually kind of ran out of fortune wires?
Yeah, I ran out of a lot of stuff here.
Which is funny because I think, is it fortune wires or sprite ocarinas or whatever that are extremely cheap?
I think it's fortune wires. Yeah, they're cheap.
Yeah, so it's like, how on earth could you run out?
I just hadn't been bothered to go to the store.
Yeah. Something like that. So yeah, I guess back into K-On!
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it. It actually has a lot of great moments that I think would be great, like in a comic strip. Mm-hmm. But I'm not that far in yet. I haven't even seen the rules before yet.
As a matter of fact, it is based on a comic strip.
I would not be surprised by that.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of the way that some of the events in it go. So I'm enjoying that. Now there is one other anime update, and this kind of goes in line with a comment comments that I've been receiving both online and in real life.
IRL.
Yes. So I've kind of gotten this comment over the years where I think I've like knocked Naruto or something like that, and people say that I don't give mainstream anime, or I don't give that anime a chance. And aptly enough, my little brother, who is kind of an anime fan, but he's more into the action stuff and shonen and all that kind of thing, he's a big fan of Sword Art. And he's mad at me because he feels that I don't give anime a chance. That I immediately look at them and say they suck. And I personally believe that's not the case. I think I like to give anime a chance, as I do with anything. I mean, you know, Alex can kind of attest to this. I don't walk into a movie and go, it sucks. You know, I try to give it a shot. So just to kind of prove people wrong, I got into a little bit of a bet with my little brother. He was like, I want you to watch this series and see if you like it. And you can't just be like, it sucks, and only watch one episode. You have to watch it through to the end. And the series he picked was Samurai 7.
So actually a really good one.
I'd heard about it. I know that it's based on the Seventh Samurai, but it's got like a steampunk, futuristic kind of vibe to it.
Yes.
So I'm like, okay, I'll watch this. I probably don't have the same level of praise that you might have for it.
Yeah.
But I did like it.
Okay.
I did like the series. I guess my only problem with it was that it goes very steampunky, and then at some points it goes outright futuristic. And that's a little jarring. Also, the other thing that my brother specifically thought I would like would be like when you reach a certain rank in Samurai, you become a giant mech.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, a mecha. I don't like those, and the reason I don't is because they're proportionately very raw. And I get it. The premise of Samurai is like, the bigger your armor, the higher the rank you have. But you actually had giant robots there that suffer from, and I actually do call this Xenosaga syndrome, where the limbs are huge and ginormous.
Oh,
and I'm going to leave you on a cliffhanger.
End of episode.
You're going to have to watch next week.